usual treatments are surgical in nature, removing some tissue within the gum line, stitching it up. Sometimes even patients have bony volume loss, and so they have more major surgery where they're repositioning the jawbone.
Wow.
Which you're not ready for, right?
No.
This is Susan Yara.
And this is Sharzad Kiade.
Some call this the Sharzad and Susan Show.
Or the Susan and Sharzad Show.
We just call it
The SASS. Sharzad.
Yes, Susan?
What comes to mind when I say viewer participation?
Our super duper special guest for today's episode. You guys, we are so excited. As some of you may remember, we did a big season 2 recap / giveaway where we told you guys that we were going to pick a viewer to come be on our show and get whatever treatment that they wanted. And you guys, today we have our special viewer here, and we got tons of responses. We were pretty blown away and really excited. And Cheyenne, our viewer for today, really stood out to both of us.
She has a beautiful smile, but she told us she was a little self-conscious of her gum.
Yeah.
It was kind of a unique request because no one had ever really told us that they were paranoid of their gummy smile.
Yeah, and she's got a gorgeous smile. She's a beautiful girl. Her eyes are stunning, but it's just something she's been a little bit self-conscious about. And we thought that you guys would really, really enjoy seeing this procedure, and I'm super duper pumped to show you.
I'm really pumped about it. We found this wonderful board-certified facial plastic surgeon here in Beverly Hills. His name is Dr. Rami Batniji, and he does Botox for a gummy smile.
Non-invasive, easy breezy. You guys ready to check it out? Let's go.
Dr. Batniji, I'm really excited about this because I have heard about this treatment, but I've never seen it done in person. And Cheyenne has volunteered. She actually reached out to us. Kind of walk us through what the process is.
She felt that when she smiled, her teeth were showing a little too much, as well as her gums. And she's absolutely right. When we smile, we should have just a millimeter or so of gum show when we smile. And if we have any more than that, then it just takes a little bit away from that natural, beautiful smile that Cheyenne has. And so there are some ways that we can minimize the gum show for somebody when they smile for the upper lip. Now that we have Botox, which softens muscle activity, we can look at someone like Cheyenne and see when she smiles where the muscles that lift the lip up are most active. Place a few drops of Botox in that muscle that's active and just soften its activity so that when she smiles, the lip won't elevate as much because that muscle will be less active.
So is this going to change the shape of her smile? Will it be like this?
You know, it doesn't. Yeah, and the beauty of this is it doesn't change the smile. What it does is it simply just minimizes the amount of gum show for when she smiles. So she'll still have that beautiful natural smile. It'll just be less of a gummy smile.
Yeah.
And one thing that she might feel initially is a little bit of a stiff feeling to the upper lip, but that's usually a very short term, lasting approximately a week to 10 days experience. And then she gets used to the new smile that she has.
And this is something you'd maintain doing what, once or twice a year, or how often would you keep this
It varies
up,
on
or?
everybody. The treatment, when we do it, takes about 4 to 7 days to show effect.
Okay.
And it lasts on average about 3 months. So we have some patients that come in once every 2 months, some patients we see twice a year.
So I'm sure she's wondering this, and I'm wondering it too. Is it going to hurt?
Yeah.
So Botox injections typically don't really hurt. We're a little more sensitive in the areas where we will do the injections, which are kind of right at the corners of the nose. But we have some topical numbing cream that we'll apply that'll help take the edge off for her. Really, it's very minimally uncomfortable for her.
I was so curious to know if you were going to go in
That's
the
what I was
mouth
thinking when you said
or
that.
on the outside. So so you're going to
So it's going to on the outside.
On the outside.
And just to kind of show you the rationale behind why we do the injections, where we do them, there are 3 muscles on each side that lift the lip. One comes up on this area here, another muscle comes right in this area here, and the third muscle comes right here, and they converge right in this region here. So one drop of Botox right there effectively will minimize the activity of those 3 muscles.
So cool.
And then there's one other muscle that's at the base of the nose, and in some individuals when they smile, you see that muscle really active. That's the same muscle that actually pulls the tip of the nose down when we smile. And so we'll place maybe a drop or 2 right there. It'll help minimize that pull down on the tip of her nose, but also will help minimize the pull up of the lip, and so it'll minimize the gum show in the central part of her smile.
This is a big deal too. When we were doing the research for who we wanted to do this, it doesn't seem like, one, everyone does this, and two, it seems like it's a kind of a specialized treatment, right? Just because you maybe offer Botox, it doesn't mean that that person necessarily can do this treatment, right?
Correct. Most practices feel very comfortable doing Botox for the frown lines, for example, or around the eyes for the crow's feet. But when we're doing Botox injections in and around the mouth area, knowing the anatomy is really critical because muscles behave very differently in this area. And if you put Botox in a muscle that you don't want to target, then you could potentially change the appearance of the smile. So for the injections that we plan to do today, they're going to be very precise. And just like sometimes we do injections of Botox in the lower part of the face and the lower lip to minimize the downturned appearance of the lower lip, those injections have to be pretty precise as well.
So
Yeah,
cool.
definitely very, very cool. So
Yeah.
step one is numbing.
So step one is numbing, so we'll put some numbing cream on for her
Awesome.
right now. So now we'll start off with the injections here. Cheyenne, go ahead and do me a favor and give me a big smile. Good. So we see a little bit more elevation on this side here, so you can relax now. So we're gonna go ahead and do our injection right here. 1, 2, 3. Good.
Oh, easy. That was easy.
You did great.
Yeah.
I don't even like.
You
You're
were
doing
more
well?
you were worried
Yeah.
about it more than
Good.
you.
I think it was because I know like a technique, like you breathe in through your nose when they're going, and then out through your mouth.
No, you're good. Keep the eyes closed.
I know.
Give me that smile again. Good, and we see we don't get as much of a lift on this side here, so go ahead and relax. And here is where those three muscles converge, so we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of Botox here, and slightly less on this side. Now one more smile for me. Good, and we see a little bit of a lift right here, so go ahead and relax. So we'll place this one right here, a little sensitive. 1, 2, 3.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. There you go.
But that wasn't too bad, right?
That's
you
good.
did
How was
it.
that? Yeah.
Please,
Give us
girlfriend.
some,
Yeah.
You
Holy
did
moly.
great.
Well, that was really, really fast. You handled that like a champ, Cheyenne.
I
You did
know.
great.
Good job.
You did very
How
well.
you feeling?
Numb.
No, she's like,
Numb from the
a
numbing
little
cream,
bit
yeah.
numb right now.
I'm feeling great though.
Good.
Good.
So what will happen is over the next 4 to 7 days, you'll start feeling a little bit of a stiffness to the lip. It'll be very subtle, but when you smile, you should start seeing the upper lip kind of settle down, and you'll see less of that gummy show.
Okay.
And it should last you around 3 months.
Cool.
That was so fast.
So fast, so easy. I mean, I know it pinched like a teeny bit right under the
Little
nose,
bit.
but that's a sensitive area. But overall, I mean, like bada bing, bada bam, bada
I mean,
boom.
she was a champ too. She handled it like it
She's
was no
such a pretty
biggie.
girl, and I'm so pumped for her new smile. And whatever you can do to make yourself feel good about yourself, I'm all for it,
For
right?
sure. Do you guys want to see the results?
It's been about a week since I got the injections, and I'm feeling great about the results. I haven't noticed a difference when I smile or eat. It just seems like my normal lips. I'm really excited to show off my new smiles and pictures and selfies and stuff like that.
Babe.
That was impressive. Yeah,
Babe,
that was
total
really,
babe,
really
right?
impressive. And the
Yeah.
best part is,
It's only $200.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we're like a fancy Beverly Hills plastic surgery office. So I think that's actually a really, really reasonable price.
Yeah.
I mean, it is something you have to regularly do, but if it makes you feel better about yourself, go for it, right?
yeah. Well, a big thank you to Cheyenne for participating in this video, Dr. Batniji, and for all of you guys for entering the giveaway because we were so overwhelmed again,
Yeah.
and we just kind of loved hearing from all of you guys and seeing your pictures and knowing who's out there watching the show.
Hopefully we'll be your little beauty fairies and we'll be able to have more of you on in the future. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye!